Hello and welcome to Stock Market Fever. Today is Sunday, April 24th. And in just 4 days, on Thursday, April 26th, after the closing bell, Apple is expected to report earnings for the second quarter. The consensus earnings are $1.43, with a high and low of $1.56 and $1.34, respectively. In this video, we'll take a look at where Apple has been, what analysts are saying, and what we believe are its short and long-term prospects. There is no doubt that Apple Inc. has been a thrilling company to watch with its massive technological innovations over the years. Apple shareholders have been handsomely rewarded in the last few years as a result of growing sales and high profit margins. If you had purchased Apple 5 years ago, you would be up $125 per share based on Apple's closing price on Friday after the Market Smackdown at just over $161 for an astonishing 350% return. And even if you bought Apple 1 year ago, you'd be up a handsome 20%. Not so shabby. But if you had purchased Apple at the beginning of this year in January 2022, you would be down just over $15 per share for a loss of over 8%, as the shares declined in tune with the general market as a result of worries about inflation, rising oil prices, rising interest rates, and the war in Ukraine. But how do analysts view Apple's prospects? Benzinga cites Morgan Stanley stock analyst Katie Huberty being bullish on Apple. She believes that the strength of the iPhone 13 and Mac more than offset the relative underperformance of the iPad and services, leading to earnings better than consensus. But Huberty was more cautious about the consensus for the forecast for Apple's third quarter, as she believes they were too high due to China's coronavirus lockdowns. Her analysis showed concerns about, quote, lower April production, factory utilization, and recent iPhone SE3 build cuts. Huberty looks to take advantage of any downturn ahead of product launch triggers expected later this year. She believes that aggressive buyback activity will continue to support Apple shares, while the release of the iPhone 14 in the fall will help trigger share growth. She also observed that Apple's planned release of augmented reality and virtual reality glasses would serve as a positive catalyst for the shares and set a target price of $210 moving forward. And Huberty is not the only analyst bullish on Apple. CFRA analyst Angelo Zeno on April 19th maintained his buy opinion on the shares, observing that while hardware sales will see tough comparisons with the recent March and June quarters, following a very strong iPhone sales period last year, that Apple, quote, should be able to at least meet expectations. And Zeno noted that in spite of strong headwinds in the overall economy related to the war in Ukraine, high inflation, and an overall slowdown in consumer spending, that Apple should still benefit from its rising customer base and demand for its ongoing revenue-generating services. Zeno also predicted that Apple would announce a new $100 billion buyback plan and raise its dividend by 7%. And what do we at Stock Market Fever believe about Apple's share price moving forward? While we offer no investment advice and always caution investors to seek advice from licensed professionals, we are bullish on Apple going into the earnings announcement Thursday. We believe that on Monday the stock might drift down a bit more as a result of Friday's market meltdown, but that this might actually represent a good place to buy, as the market has mostly priced in already the interest rate hikes and inflation, and that Apple is already near its base of support. We believe the stock will rebound and any weakness would represent a good buying opportunity. But what do you think? Where do you think Apple shares are headed? Up, down, sideways? Do you think now is a good time to buy, hold, or sell? Please leave your thoughts and comments below. We'd love to hear from you. And be sure to smash the like and subscribe button to stay tuned for future actionable stock market news and alerts right here at Stock Market Fever.